I'm always the.
Right,
you feel me? So this is the first time. Oh man, they're not ready. And the editing got easier.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're not even ready, bro. Wait till you see this video. I'm telling you, wait till you see this video because you're not. I feel like you. Not that you underestimate me.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so. But I think that that's not the right way to say it because then that makes it seem like negative, but it's not negative. I guess it's. I feel like you're gonna enjoy it more than you think you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay.
It's an update for real.
Okay.
Straight up. As I sip my water, because what's more intense and passionate than proper hydration, David?
Nothing, I guess.
Nothing at all. Sit down, relax, and watch your favorite show, Cody's Corner. And I unplugged my headphones. It's a sign. It's a sign. It's just my thing now. I just listen. I just throw my headphones off. It happens every episode. This is just how things are moving now, David.
Is this really what we're gonna do every
Is
episode?
that would that make you feel some type of way if I had to take off my headphones?
Every episode?
If I had to. If you got a better episode out of me.
I mean, if I get a better episode.
If you got a better episode out of me.
Well, then.
Come on, bro.
Then do what you got to do. Bro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome officially to Cody's Corner. Cody's week-by-week hot takes on who's going to take the W in the sports you're worried about. I'm set beside by the one and only David.
What's going on?
Feel me? You already know what's going on. I'm here to talk a little extra about what we're all here for.
Right.
Oh, feel me? Some football. Good old football is back around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Fantasy football is back around the corner.
Yes, it is.
We already see what's coming around.
Yes.
We already see where the hype is and where the popularity is really lying in between who is going to be expected to be great, who is maybe being slept on a little bit, and everybody else in between, man. So I'm happy to have you here, bro.
Always.
As always.
Happy to be here.
We got officially. Can we clap this up?
We have a live audience.
We've been having many live audiences.
We have.
Can we clap this up? We actually got someone working the camera today. Come on, bro.
Look at that.
Shout out Steve, bro.
We have a crew.
Wait, hey, hold the applause. We have a crew. Now, speaking of someone who's trying to build a crew out there, it doesn't look like Hassan Reddick is ready to be part of the crew.
Look how you do that.
Now, we spoke about Hassan Reddick very early.
Yes.
Like, even before, there was all that rumor about what's going on now.
Exactly.
But no one really thought that it was going to turn into what really happened of him holding out now officially in camp. How do you feel as a Jets fan?
I feel the same way that, I mean, I also know a little bit more information now, obviously.
Let's hear it.
But I guess in the beginning, my sentiments were, whatever you guys agreed to, because it is just what I thought. It was one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm going to come here, but you guys are going to offer me a contract and stuff like that. But apparently the Jets already offered him a contract and he didn't want it.
Oh, really?
So I think the average edge rusher is making like upwards of $20 million a year, and he's not making that. He's somewhere around maybe 15 to 17. I would have to look it up.
I feel like I do remember a number around 17 that he was going to be offered in Philly.
Right.
And that's part of why he had to leave.
Exactly. So so obviously that's part of the reason he wants to get paid. And Hassan Reddick's a very good player.
Extremely good player. And know what? It's not like this isn't one of those situations where you see someone sitting out and you think to yourself, who does this guy think he is? No, he's worth what he's asking for. If it's a little upward of $20 million. The other problem is, though, the Jets have so many defensive players to pay in the long span of things if they want to keep this defense that locked up. Don't you think so?
I do, but I do think that Hassan Reddick is young enough and good enough that if we can get him to sign a somewhat long-term deal, some of those extra defensive players, we can make moves for, maybe grab some picks, you know what I'm saying, keep bolstering up that offensive line,
right?
You know what I mean, things like that. So it's never bad to have a treasure chest,
right?
A trove,
some depth,
a trove of goodies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's never bad to have that.
You don't want to have a shallow room of any position, but I think the Jets in specific are very plentiful in his position, where they might prioritize other players before him, like how they need to prioritize Quinnen Williams, how they have prioritized Quinnen Williams. Yeah. You're also talking about Will McDonald, who is slowly evolving into that player.
These are also homegrown guys.
So that's why I don't want to say prioritize, and I don't want to say, but like, you know, they've earned their stripes in the Jets organization. You know what I mean? But in the same lens, I also want to say that Hassan Reddick is looking for, like you said, what was agreed upon. Does that mean that he should be settling after he was already traded? No, but what else are his options right now, you know?
I mean, I understand wanting to get paid, and I think that an agreement will eventually get done because, you know what I'm saying? But this is business, and, you know.
You'd love saying that on the show.
Because that's what it is.
You'd love, like, just making sure people know, hey, this isn't fun. We're not here for the sport. You're getting paid. You go home.
I mean, it's costing him $50,000 a day.
That's nuts, right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
what are they doing with that $50,000? They're not paying him anymore. They got an extra churro station at
It's not that they're not paying him anymore.
At MetLife Stadium.
It's not that they're not paying anymore. He has to
take the fine.
Yeah, he has to pay that.
Okay, so they pay that, right? And then what are they gonna do with the extra $50,000 they didn't expect to have?
Who knows?
I saw a little Premio sausage station. You know what I'm talking about, like the red and green one. One of those. Come on, bro, they need one of those. Well, you know, just off topic, really quick. You know, I always forget the name of the stadium where the Falcons play, right? But that's crazy, right? Sports show. But neither of us know. But there's a Chick-fil-A in Atlanta Falcons Stadium. Did you know that?
No.
But Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
So it's meaningless for football?
It's meaningless for football unless they have a primetime game. So if they have a Monday night football game or a Thursday night football game, where they might have more this season because of Kirk Cousins.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Shout out Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Chick-fil-A in the stadium. I think that's cool, but it's only open on Mondays and Thursdays. Like I said, they might get a little more Monday and Thursday foot traffic with the new hype around Atlanta right now.
Atlanta needs to figure out what they're doing.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think that they were dealing with the whole, you know, Kirk Cousins, everything, the whole was there reason to believe what they were found guilty of? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I think that a lot of people are looking at Atlanta in a if not exact similar situation as how people are looking at the Jets right now. Like I can't speak in the large scale because obviously Aaron Rodgers is far beyond the skill level of a Kirk Cousins. Position by position, I think that we're better. But that's neither here nor there. We are, but that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about you're looking at a quarterback coming into a system where he wasn't before. Even though Aaron Rodgers was there, he didn't play last year. You know, you got to build him up into that. Coming back with not only a decent receiver in Drake London that I would say Garrett Wilson is better comparably. But there's a lot of promise coming out of both of the running back rooms in Breece Hall and Bijan Robinson. I think that both of them are fantastic. And I've been doing my research, David. I don't know if the people know. Fantasy is around the corner and I'm here for it.
It is.
I've been watching and I've been analyzing how people are kind of viewing what the first players to go are. And obviously, especially right now, you may disagree with me. I think that there is a bountiful plethora. I know you like big words, right, David? Plethora of receivers in the league right now. So if you're looking at how many good receivers there are compared to how many running backs,
there's some good running backs too, though.
I'm not saying there. I'm not saying that there. I'm not saying that there isn't, but I'm saying that there's way more receivers right now than there is running backs. So running backs are flying off the board pretty high, I would say, in general.
Who's going 5? Let's go first.
I can tell you that off the top of my head. McCaffrey's going number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, a lot of people you're gonna think think it's Breece Hall.
Yeah, I think so.
And then 3, 4, and 5 usually rotates in between CD, Bijan Robinson, and then that 5th one is kind of like, I don't want to say it's in the air, but it's definitely like you can either go for the superstar receiver.
You could even, yeah. I don't
could, bro.
Because running, there's so much usage. Some of these running backs get so much usage. That's how I go into the draft.
Right.
I look at it like, obviously, position players and stuff like that, because you have receivers and stuff like that.
Right.
Receivers have to go like. There's a difference between me throwing you the ball and me handing you the ball.
Of course.
So obviously some of these running backs, man, like a Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yo, that's a good one too, because he's also in that same hybrid kind of type style player.
What's this kid from the Rams? The running back.
Kyron Williams.
Come on.
Nasty.
Are you kidding me?
Nasty.
Like somebody like this draft is going. Stop playing with
But
me,
it also, there's a lot of things going on. But it also depends on, like, what your pick is. And,
yeah.
But that's all for me to say that I think that if you're talking about fantasy-wise, it's really important to try to take a running back early. Because if you miss out on a decent running back,
you're done.
You're not going to have a lot to play with at the end of the draft, however your draft goes, whatever.
If you're, I mean, listen, you can take whatever advice, people's advice, everybody drafts differently.
Right.
But in my opinion, your first pick's got it. If you can, your first pick's got to be a running back.
You want to hear a funny story?
What?
So the first year that I ever played fantasy football, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. I was 15. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Why aren't you allowed to play fantasy football?
I mean, I guess it's like is that like an underage kind of thing?
It's not
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works,
fantasy,
bro. I mean, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I always knew football, but I never knew the concept of fantasy and like value per whatever, right? Like, receptions and all that. I always knew numbers, but I never knew like what that took for me to win in a fantasy game.
Yeah.
So when I did my first draft, it was 2015. This was the year of the Super Bowl that Peyton Manning went against Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Broncos Panthers, right? So that when I went down the draft, I thought I just had to get the roster in order.
Yeah.
So first pick I get, Cam Newton.
Yo, it's no. It's actually really funny that he says that, because 2015 was, and I promise you I'm not making this up or anything like that.
Okay.
That was the first year I played fantasy.
Did you? Is it really?
First year I played fantasy, won that year, and do you know who my number 1 pick was?
Cam Newton.
Come on,
Newton, bro. I didn't come in first. I definitely got smacked, but I was nice that year.
I won that year,
fire.
and it was with Cam Newton, because he was lighting shit up. He was giving you all the points that you wanted that year.
Whatever he felt like he was doing on the football field that year.
But yes, I do remember that.
Though, so the only reason I always remember that Super Bowl is because I had Cam Newton, and then my DST was Denver. So then when it came to the Super Bowl, I was like, oh, shit. Like, this is
What place did you...
nowhere near a playoff contending team. But I didn't know what was going on. I was a child.
Damn, you must have picked Cam Newton and then a bunch of
bumps, because nobody. But that's why you got to pick the right positions first, because if you don't, then you end up with the nobodies when you grabbed somebody.
Like, don't be that guy that gets a tight end in the second round. I mean, be that guy. You want.
Is that the worst thing in the world? Because it's Travis Kelce and then no one else for miles is anywhere near that caliber.
T.J. Hawkinson?
T.J. Hawkinson is going to miss the first couple games. Come on, bro. You're not doing your research, David. No, I'm playing. But since we were talking about Hassan Reddick, I hope you don't mind. And we brought up some of these players before, but there's also a couple other players that are holding out right now because of contract, like arguments, what have you. If you don't mind me sliding through these 5 really quick.
Please.
First on the list, we got CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting situation in Dallas, especially not only because of fantasy value, because if he's going top 5, you got to know that he's going to be okay to play week 1. That's without
Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy are out of there.
Yeah, like exactly. So the other thing is, the other big stars that they need to pay, or that people want them to pay, is Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. Without a doubt. They need to pay those two. So the fact that CeeDee's holding out right now, it kind of shows you, like, I don't want to say that holding out on a contract is selfish, because it's not. I think that anyone should get to their money. Like you said, it's a business.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for longevity and success with the team that they have right now, I don't think that CeeDee Lamb should ask for an arm and a leg going into this contract?
I mean,
what are you scrolling to look for?
It's because I sent it to you, but I don't know. I forget when, and it was literally the receiving core without CeeDee Lamb, and it's absolutely garbage. It's absolutely garbage. So, how does it usually go? It's usually the quarterback making the receiver look better.
Yeah.
Right?
Usually. But
if they pay CeeDee Lamb, it's gonna end up being a receiver making a quarterback look better because they're gonna end up probably getting like a rookie or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I mean, that all just comes down to the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys may be ready to move on from Dak, and I think more importantly, I think Dak is ready to move on from the Cowboys.
Do you really think so? I think he was playing his ass off regular season.
I'm not saying because Dak is gonna go out there and play football. Dak gets a lot of shit, and listen, I don't think that he's like this like elite quarterback, but I also can't give him all of the blame because I've seen like some coaching. Now, mind you, in the playoffs, it's really not good to start off the game with 2 pick sixes.
Right. in any scenario.
In any scenario.
In any scenario.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. I think that a part of that also is, again, it's coaching. It's, you know, like both of the coaches that he's had, right? It's been 2?
Yeah. Mike McCarthy and then the one before him.
What, it was Jason Garrett?
Yeah, Jason Garrett. No, I think Jason Garrett was too long ago.
It's too long. So who was after Jason Garrett?
I guess I'll tell you right now.
Shoot, I can't. I think I might remember. Either way,
go ahead.
I don't know. I just don't feel like it's all on Dak, and I think he's ready to. I think he's ready to walk.
Yeah, I agree.
He's ready to walk.
I agree 100%. So Mike McCarthy's been the coach since 2020.
Okay.
And I think this is Dak Prescott's what? It's not his 5th season, is it?
No, it's got to be like his 7th or 8th at least.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah. He's been in the league for a while.
Damn, that just made me feel a little old. Just like a smidge old. Because I remember like him coming into the league and being like, he's not Dakota. Swear to God. You know that's not his real name, right?
What?
I think you sent me that post. All right, talking about that. I don't look at the post that you sent me. I looked at that post that you sent me that was like, oh, did you know that all these athletes, that's not their real name?
And like, and it was all...
And like Julio Jones is like Quintaro Lopez or something like that?
Yeah, dude, he was drafted in 2016.
That's nuts, bro. He's about to be 10 years into the league.
Yeah.
That's... You had it on the dot. 8 years. On the dot. It's 2024, 2016, 8 years. Speaking of, talking about someone who was drafted that year, you got Zeke Elliott coming back on the team.
Yeah.
I think that from what I've seen, like I said, have I done my own research? Absolutely. So this is something that I wanted to bring up since we're talking about the Cowboys. Before I go deeper into this list of people holding out, a lot of people think that there's not that much of a reason to deny that Zeke Elliott might not be running back number 1 going into this season with Dallas.
And who's going to be the RB1?
Good old, let's see, you remember his name? Rico Dowdle.
There you go.
Yo.
Really? All right.
Look, he's coming back. I'm not saying that it's definite. I'm just saying that there's a reason to believe they split with Zeke Elliott for a reason. You know, he left the franchise for a reason. You don't just leave somewhere because you feel like leaving somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then he has to come back. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a at-home story. It's like the reunite of him with the squad, whatever. It's beautiful. It makes you shed a tear, right? But Rico Dowdle has been on the roster.
Yeah.
He was RB2 behind that garbage can that you know, we don't even have to say his name. But
Pollard.
Why did that sounded like Chia?
I know.
But fucking I just think that there's a reason to believe that they go with the guy that's been in the locker room. Who like, because it's, even though obviously it comes down to coaching,
who do you think
deserves it?
Well, I would say Rico Dowdle deserves it because he's been there, he's been in the system and stuff like that. But do you think that Ezekiel Elliott's even a better running back anyways at this point in his career?
So here's the thing. Is he the running back that he was? No.
No.
But I think And I think that there's a lot of running backs that are kind of transitioning into this style of play because of the evolution of the game, that you evolve into a heavy pass catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and I won't change subject just yet. My brain is trying to let me, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Zeke Elliott led the receptions for the New England Patriots last season as a running back that started like not even all the way through the season.
Yeah.
And that's impressive. I think he had 51% of the receptions or something like that.
Yeah.
So, is he going to like barge? He's not going to be an end zone threat, you know what I mean? But he definitely might still be the thing that they're looking for with this two-headed dragon running back combo that a lot of teams are becoming so fond of right now.
Okay.
Is he going to serve the same purpose that he did in Dallas before? Maybe not. But he'll still have a role to fill. I think that's important to know.
Okay.
Especially, and that's what I wanted to say before I go down into the rest of this list. That's just what Dallas needs right now, especially since quarterbacks are becoming more mobile. Running backs are getting hit with hard, bro. I mean, it's just math. You feel me?
The math is mathing.
Yeah, the math is mathing, and I think I'll just say there's one little thought that's been itching my brain. I'm really curious to see how games go now that players are allowed to wear that extra padding on their helmet. You know what I'm talking about? Because I see, like, obviously you always see clips of that coming out of practice.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not quite sure if. Do you think players are really gonna want to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I think it won't affect their gameplay.
No, I don't think it'll affect their gameplay at all.
So why not be safer?
Do you think it'll affect viewership? No, people are gonna watch the NFL
this is
regardless.
My thing.
But you know, it's not gonna with that extra padding.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a stack. Not saying that I think it's a bad idea or anything like that.
It's ugly.
Because it's not aesthetically pleasing. So to watch that on a football game, especially if what is it? 22 guys on the field or whatever the case may be, right? 11-11.
Yeah.
And 17 of them don't have it on, but 3 dudes are walking around with the padding. I don't know. I feel like it'll look a little weird. It's not going to change anything in the game. It's not going to take away anything from the game. The game's still going to be exciting. It's still football. But I don't know. I guess it's just a new little wrinkle.
This is my thing, right? And obviously, as football has progressed in general, they always add things. We're not playing in the era where they had a fishbowl with one little basketball hoop rim around your mouth and that was it, right?
Yeah.
Like Shula era.
Yeah.
But I think marketing, if you want people to watch, is everything. Make that padding look cool.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have
put a logo on it. Make it a color. Like you can't. That's a good point that you made about 17 of them, because that means people on both sides. Okay, so they're gonna have one color one. And they'll have another color one. Oh, we wear a white extra padding on home games, but your team wears extra padding that's white on away games.
Also, think of the fact of how many times that they change these uniforms and how much money they put into these, like, you know what I mean, like
new helmets
and shit. But now you're throwing like this padding on it. So, again, I understand what it's for.
Right.
I wish they try to, but I guess there's only so much padding you could put inside of a helmet. But
without squeezing someone's brain.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. But not like, I think that eventually, if I were to make a bold statement, I feel like it's gonna get to a point where that is the helmet, and you can't take it off, and any logo that you have on the whatever, it's gonna be still there, but it's gonna be like rigid. Well, like imagine the Jets logo, right? They're gonna make it, because people are creative, right? They're gonna make it so that, like, when you look at it from a distance, it still looks like it.
But when it's close, it'll have the ridges.
Exactly. And
you know
like
what?
Optical illusion type.
And you know what? It's not far-fetched to even say that, just because of the fact that this is how they start off everything anyway.
It's
right?
a big pillow fight.
They trickle it in.
Yeah.
They see how it works. You know what I mean? They have outside, whatever, AI doing surveys and stuff like that. How are people watching the game? How are they reacting to it, and this and this and that? And if it gets good feedback, they'll continue to push it, and then you could see one day extra padded helmets just like that.
Yeah.
So, again, if you can make it look cool, and obviously you're protecting the players,
right.
then go for it. And even if you can't make it look cool, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, because if the player wants to wear it, then go ahead. Do what you want to do.
That's the thing. They're not enforcing it, and I think that's a good way to do it. Like, if they said everyone has to wear it, people wouldn't want to wear it. Straight up. But if they said no one's allowed to wear it, and then someone did wear it, it'd be a problem. So I think it's cool that they kind of give everyone the fair chance, whatever, and then it just turns into that. But aside from that, as I want to go into this next player, an interesting player to talk about. I think this is someone that the league is kind of on watch on right now. Jordan Love, the Green Bay Packers, awaiting a new contract. He's not practicing, but he is in Packers camp. So he shows up, he doesn't participate.
That's all technicality stuff, most likely.
Anything he's waiting for, he deserves it. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, that's all technicality stuff. Like, a lot of these holdouts, I feel like a holdout sounds like such a bad, like, way to say it. It makes it sound bad, like a holdout. But, again, like I said before, and like I say all the time, is a business,
right?
And a lot of times that's how businesses work. Sometimes businesses know full well that they're gonna merge with each other and they're gonna do whatever, but they'll take their sweet ass time closing the deal for whatever legalities this or trying to, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever excuses they have. There's not a doubt in my mind that Green Bay wants to pay him, and they're going to,
and they should, and he deserves to be paid.
He's nice.
He's the best player on their roster.
100%. As he should be. He's the quarterback.
And it's funny. I need to, recollect myself every time I make a statement about a franchise in total right now because everyone's somewhere different. Mm-hmm. So, I could say that, and then I'd be like, oh, wait, that's right. Josh Jacobs is there. Or I say,
Josh Jacobs is there.
See? Does that change your answer?
No, it doesn't change my answer.
You have to think about it because everyone's somewhere different.
Yeah, you do have to pay Jordan Love.
You get what I'm saying? Of course,
and they're going to.
And that's not to say that their receivers are not nice because they are. Christian Watson's nice. Josh Jacobs is nice. You got, what is his name? Is that Freiermuth? No, that's not. That's Steelers.
Yeah,
that's the Steelers. Oh man, Musgrove. Is the name of the tight end on the Packers. But that's just say the Packers are nice, but he is a very, if not the biggest reason why they went as far as they did go last year.
Yeah.
Gotta say. Now, this isn't on the list, but I'm gonna say it to you. I haven't talked a lick of this about this with you, but I'm gonna ask you live. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers not being around?
Leave that man alone, bro.
Yeah, is that how you feel?
Leave him alone.
He's Aaron Rodgers. He can do what he wants. He's
A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? Some people go about shit differently. Yeah. All right?
He's different.
He's
a definition of different.
You expect Tom Brady to be, on the field as much as he possibly can be and doing all that. You know what I mean? Because that was Tom Brady's personality.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers always gave you this sense that he just goes out there and does it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I'm pretty sure he moved around the same type of way in Green Bay, right?
I'm sure, but it was probably behind closed doors.
But it was behind because it's not in the New York media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's let's just every little thing he says. The one thing I will say though, did you read the comment that he made about New Jersey, the New Jersey Jets? It should be the New Jersey Jets and New Jersey Giants.
Bro, I've said that on the show, bro. A million times I've said that shit on the show.
Yeah.
Because it's a J.
Yeah, I hear you.
Also, wait a minute. All right, this has nothing to do with football, but I'm gonna bring this up because you're bringing this up. I just said this to Steve in the car.
What's up?
Did you hear this whole rumor about they want to bring the Sixers to Jersey?
What?
That's confirmed. I don't think it's in the near future, but
well, the only reason that they would do that, you know why they would do that?
Why?
Because if they want to expand or an expansion team, they're gonna have to move
someone and then fill in another Philly team.
Maybe, but then that wouldn't make sense because usually you would have to move a East Coast team to a West.
Whatever, give New Jersey a basketball team, bro. What are you talking about?
The Jersey Sixers?
Yeah, but that would sound weird.
Does that sound weird? That sounds kind of fire.
So then, Why don't instead of the Sixers? Why don't you just put the
one
Nets?
day ago? Sixers remain focused on building new arena in Philadelphia despite New Jersey's push. New Jersey wants it, but I don't think. And it would be in. What are you gonna put it in Camden? Because that'd be the closest thing to like
a city that's not in North Jersey.
It says New Jersey talk is real, but Phillies wants to stay in Philly.
Of course they want to stay in Philly, though.
Well, it's their decision.
Of course, no, it is. No, but I'm saying that it was enough of a reality to know about it. I'll put it like that. That's exactly what I said to him.
I mean, it's pretty. That would be pretty crazy.
That'd be nuts.
But I don't think.
Would you want the Sixers though? That's the question.
I mean,
would you be a Sixer fan?
They should just bring the Nets back to Jersey.
That's what I said. But look, they did so much time and effort to send them across the river,
and it's not doing well for them at all.
It's not. Now they just lost Mikal Bridges. They're in a rebuild right now. It'd be a perfect time to just pack up. Is all I'm saying.
Take it back to Prudential. Prude.
Even if they did have to not put it in Prudential, and maybe they did want to put it in Camden, or if they wanted.
Who's going to Camden? You going to Camden for a net game?
If they were playing the Lakers. Yeah, that all changed real quick, huh? That all changed real quick. All right, to go watch the Knicks play the New Jersey, whatever you want them to be. If you want to go see squad,
I think they'd be better off putting it in a more.
Put that in Atlantic City.
No, you need the Nets. You need the Nets more. You need the Nets inside the mix. You need them in the city somewhere.
So close to New York.
Jersey City, Newark.
Where the hell are you going to put that in Jersey City, bro?
Listen, man, money talks.
put that right on top of Newport Tower. Just whole basketball court.
We got 1 point whatever billion. They clearing all that shit out.
No, facts.
All that.
They clear out one of those parking lots real quick.
All that's gone.
You know what I've always thought of, and they never did anything with it? I don't know if you remember this. You remember back in the day, there used to be like a minor league team, and they were called the Newark Bears?
Yeah.
That stadium's just there.
I got for my job, like the employees, I got them doing a contest and stuff like that. This is whatever, but I got them Somerset Patriot tickets.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the AA minor league.
That's cool though. That's cool though. But then there's just abandoned sports arenas like that hold no purpose now because everybody wanted
the Essex County Miners. They play somewhere what I mean? There's a bunch of I also think that baseball fields are a little bit easier to construct than a whole basketball.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's a whole different style of seating and. Yeah, that's all neither here nor there.
Yeah. So who else you got on that list?
Yeah. So as I'm looking down, I just want to let you know I feel foolish. One of the people is Hassan Reddick. So there's only 4.
Okay, he's fine.
All right, so the Hassan Reddick was 5, let's say.
Okay.
Number 3, and this guy's been, I feel like his name has been all over the media trying to figure out what he wants. Brandon Ayuk. The San Francisco 49ers.
He requested a trade.
49ers
ain't traded him.
Exactly. So now he's sitting out, pending trade, contract agreements, whatever.
I mean,
he's in camp but won't practice. It's in a weird situation. Will the Niners do it? Will they pay to keep him? According to Yahoo Sports.
You need him.
All right, let me ask you this: if you were to play fantasy, right? And I'll make my little announcement about that once we wrap up with this list. But let's say you play fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. And you wanted to pick up a receiver on this roster, the 49ers, mm-hmm. and Debo's already out the door. Mm-hmm. Would you trust Brandon Ayuk in this season with the 49ers?
Brandon Ayuk last season had the most 20-plus yard catches in the league.
But now he's not happy.
Yeah, but...
Do you play for a new contract elsewhere?
Guys, when they're, looking for a contract, they ball out that season. Yeah. And they like to let teams know, this is how good I am.
Yeah.
So it's either you pay me or I'm out. And the 49ers know exactly how good Brandon Ayuk is.
Yeah.
They're not looking to get rid of him. So
100%.
It's just, again, right now they're in the lab. What do you want? This is what we got. How can we make this work? We want you here. We know you want to be here. We know you want your money. I don't even worry about these things. When I hear about like somebody's,
I would worry about these things, but I worry also.
I feel like they always get it done.
I think about
they always get it done.
I can't help but to look at it from a fantasy perspective also. And when I look at this as a fantasy perspective, I look at this is gonna make life a lot harder for the 49ers to have one of those players on your roster if it's not McCaffrey. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think that when you're looking at the situation going on with Brandon Ayuk, there's one of two things that could happen. He'll either fold and he'll end up on a whatever team that knows that he could have been something if he was happy. My first thought was Seattle, but that's neither here nor there. And then the other thing
on the other side of DK?
Come on, bro.
Disgusting.
Nasty. Just get a good quarterback.
What are you talking about? Gino's over there.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave it right there. We're not gonna.
No, you're not gonna leave it.
We're not gonna do that. So before I get off topic, so Brandon Ayuk, I feel like, or he could ball his ass off, right? And that is good for the entire roster because if he gets good, they have to guard him more, which means they guard Debo less, which means they guard McCaffrey less, which means they guard George Kittle less, which means Brock Purdy has more time to make a decision because he has more options out there.
I don't see.
It's a ripple effect.
I don't see Brandon Ayuk going out there and not doing well and not playing well, disgruntled or not. I think that either way, if I'm not happy, I'm gonna ball out. So that you know exactly how valuable I am, and now the entire league knows exactly how valuable I am.
Yep.
Or I'm happy and I still ball out because I'm happy.
Right. Not because I want to leave. So it's a win-win for the 49ers this season, would you say?
If they keep him. Yeah.
I think that they know, and you might disagree, but I think that they know that they couldn't do it with just Debo at receiver.
Debo's not a receiver.
Yes, he is a receiver.
He's a glorified running back.
You know what I'm saying, though.
He's a running back that catches.
Okay, let's put it like
Every
this.
pass that you see him catch is within 10 yards.
Right now they have 4 A-list passing options. Now they put it down to 3 with Brock Purdy at the helm. You still have faith? You still think they can go to the Super Bowl if they didn't have Brandon Ayuk? Come next year? Let's say come next year he's gone.
No, I don't.
You don't think they can go to Super Bowl?
No.
It's a hard thing to say. And then on that same token, right, because he's not the only 49er on offense that's holding out. Trent Williams.
You got to pay him everything.
You got to pay him everything.
Anything he wants.
He's an animal, that guy, bro. And there was little people like in between that they signed on like now they on like the I was about to say offshore in the off season, like when they picked up Nick Young. No, am I wilding? No, Chase Young. Sorry. And then now he's on the Saints. Like he was a nice move in that moment, but then when they parted ways with him, it kind of like you didn't have less confidence in the defense, but you know that like people come and go. This isn't a come and go type of guy. This is someone you want to hold on to for a very long time. He's a very good player. He wants a new deal and hasn't reported to camp at all.
Yeah.
That's
what they do.
Which is hard to say.
I'm not gonna report to camp. You're gonna talk to my agent. My agent's gonna talk to you. You're gonna get it done.
Politics.
So, I mean, look, at this point, teams pay these guys so everybody can get to camp, so everybody can get ready.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready for some fucking football, bro.
One thing that I hate.
I'm excited as hell. Like I'm ready for some.
It's gonna be a fun season this season,
I bet
bro.
It'll be some football.
All that different, like everyone, like spinning the wheel. Everybody ended up somewhere else. You want to see how everyone's gonna do.
This is what you want in sports. You love it when there's parity in these leagues.
Anticipation.
You love it when there's parity in these leagues because it's any given. It's you know what I mean. It's any given day. Who can win this? You know what I'm saying. I love it when there's all these shifts. It sucks when your team doesn't do anything.
Right.
Like the Cowboys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Quick little shot.
Or you end up losing more pieces than you gain, like the Giants.
Oh, yo.
I'm wildin'.
It just sounds like a light machine gun in here.
No,
it's like
how does your
left and right?
What's that thing? How does your gun sound?
They were like, "What does your gun sound like?" But no, man, I feel like it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm
but
ready,
I'll still say that the NFL is the closest league that we have that you can look at a schedule and pretty much assume who's gonna win and who's gonna lose.
Yo, if we
the
stay
closest
healthy,
to it,
if we did our schedule
right
on an episode, we stay healthy, bro.
It's a problem. It's a situation. Listen, man, our
schedule is not that hard.
Our schedule is the easiest it's been in a long time.
It's
in the air. It's in the air, bro. But like I said,
you give me a Super Bowl while my pops is around, a Jets Super Bowl. Come on, dude. We're going to that Super Bowl.
You give me a playoff appearance, I'll buy 2 jerseys. I'll put it like that.
I'm probably buying 2 jerseys.
If you guys make a second round appearance, I might buy that OVO Letterman jacket that's like $4,000. Have you seen that one? They did like a NFL OVO collab.
I know.
It's type ugly. I'm playing around and I probably wouldn't buy it. I'm not that much of a Drake fan, and I'm definitely not spending a band on some Drake gear.
Let alone 4 of them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it really was 4 bands. If I'm being honest with you, it was probably like 6, 700.
$750.
But still, bro, what do I look like spending $750 on my Letterman jacket?
Not.
What year is this, bro?
I hear you, bro.
What am I gonna have a letter on it? Like,
Letterman jackets are tough, though.
Letterman jackets, I'm not a Letterman jacket kind of guy.
It depends on how you wear them.
I don't own one. I'll put it like that.
Okay, I mean, I haven't owned a Letterman jacket in,
Yeah, he's like, hey, senior. Letterman jacket.
All right, here we go. Anyway, so
valedictorian.
Speaking about these guys that are holding out and looking for trades and looking for contracts.
Talking.
How do we feel about Davante Adams possibly being a Jet? Because there's a lot of rumblings about it. A lot.
I'm gonna say this. I want to say this first, okay. Right? I want to look right at the camera.
Okay.
I want to tell them.
All right.
Before we say anything.
Yeah.
Greeny is wildin'. He's wildin', bro. I know you saw that. Talking about, I'm just gonna assume that Davante Adams is already on the Jets roster. Are you on crack, bro?
He goes. If I'm wrong, I'll dress like Pat McAfee for like a week.
I can't wait to see that.
Well, hold on.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He said by Halloween, right?
By Halloween.
He said by Halloween.
I think that's a little far-fetched right now. We have a lot of receivers on our roster right now.
We have a lot of receivers on our roster, but I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. You understand what I'm saying? So if there's rumblings like that, it's because there's rumblings like that.
Like real.
What's the Raiders quarterback situation?
Gardner Minshew.
Do you think that necessarily is what Davante Adams is sitting there looking like?
Of course not, and it's not
the end all be all. But wait a second.
Yeah.
Also, so you have that. So you lost Josh Jacobs,
right?
And you gained who?
Right.
Boom. There you go. So there's your answer.
Keep going. I'm gonna look it up. Keep going.
But so basically, what I'm trying to say is that it's essentially Davante Adams. It's the Las Vegas Davantes. Okay.
I like that.
And if you're Davante Adams, who's in his 30s as a receiver, because Davante Adams like 32.
Starting running back Zamir White.
Okay. Right. So if you're Davante Adams, and you know this, right, and you're the Raiders, I don't think it'll happen before the season.
Yeah.
But I don't see the Raiders in a position to win a whole bunch of games.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the Raiders' schedule, but I don't think they're in a position to win a whole bunch of games like that. So if that's the case, if you're the Raiders and you've got the Jets and you're willing to give me, I don't know, a couple defensive guys. Right. You got Antonio Pierce, who's a defensive-minded coach.
I don't want to give up any pieces, though.
Listen.
I already told you, ice sculpture.
Let me tell you something.
The Jets are an ice sculpture
let me. Davante Adams was, so he's 32.
I wouldn't want it.
for 2 years. Like, let me tell you something. Let me give him.
I wouldn't want it, bro.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you. Can I tell you why?
I can think of a couple players that you could package with him and that we won't miss. As long as because let me tell you something.
Please.
Every other receiver.
Let me tell you something.
Every other receiver that isn't Garrett. Every other receiver that isn't Garrett. I don't care. We just signed Mike. Every other receiver that isn't Garrett.
Yeah.
Can go.
No, I agree. No, but
and if you have Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson on both sides, stop playing with me.
But this is my problem.
First of all, the route trees would be so disgusting.
I know. No one's denying that it would be nasty.
And
but this
Rodgers
is the problem.
Is getting the ball in every little. Oh my god!
You're gonna be mad to hear this, but I'm gonna be the truth.
You should want to get Davante Adams.
The Jets messed up.
In what way?
They shouldn't have because they did whatever they needed to do to make sure Aaron Rodgers was happy enough to stay with the Jets, right? Mm-hmm. They signed Lazard.
Yeah.
They signed Randall.
Oh yeah, Lazard can get out of there.
They signed Lazard. They signed Randall Cobb.
We want both. Well, Randall Cobb, he's gone now, right? Didn't he he
retired?
Is he still on the roster?
If he didn't retire, he's a Jet.
Get all of them out of there, bro.
But that's the problem. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was the Jets locker room, right, and I'm building solid guys, if I'm building Garrett Wilson's, Sauce Gardner's, Breece Hall's, Izzy, you got these young core that was making Zach Wilson look like public enemy number one because they were nasty pre-Aaron Rodgers, then.
Yeah,
if you came in
anymore. He retired.
Oh, he retired.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else also retired?
From NFL. This is 7 days ago, so it just happened.
Oh, okay. You know who retired this week also? I'm pretty sure. Cool. Michael Gallup from the Cowboys. He did. So our receivers are just dropping.
And we might not even have to give up anything other than draft picks. Take the draft picks, bro.
We do have hella draft.
We have hella draft picks. Take them. Are you shitting me? At the chance to get a Super Bowl, bro?
Can I?
That's all. Yo, bro.
I hear you. I hear you.
Do you really though?
I hear you, but I just don't think it's realistic right now.
Why isn't it realistic? We have the draft capital and we have.
Don't want to touch the roster right now. I barely got the roster last year.
I hear what you're saying.
I want to see this group make that run one time. I don't need the big receiver name. If I'm being honest with you, I think Davante Adams is gonna go down as the next Randy Moss. No. Superstar. Never did it. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's no way.
I don't think that. It's not that I don't want him. As a Jet fan, I'm not telling you that I don't want him on the team because I want him on the team.
When does the trade deadline come? When is the trade deadline? And so let's say if I don't know. Let's say the Jets at this point, right? Trade deadline they're winning games. They're I don't know, 4 or 5 games above 500 at this point or whatever the case may be. And the Raiders are 3 games below 500.
Right.
You're not the Jets, and you're not calling...
Week 9.
Week 9.
Week 9.
So let's say week 9, freaking the Jets are what? Let's say 5 and... No, not even. Let's say they're 6 and 3.
Okay.
And the Raiders are opposite. They're 3 and 6, 4 and 5, whatever. You don't think
you give up pieces from a 6 and 3 team
to go
get someone from a 3 and 6?
You don't think the Jets? You don't think the Jets call up the Raiders?
No.
And be like, yo,
no,
you're bugging.
You're bugging.
You don't know how this shit works.
No. You don't know how this shit works because the Jets have not seen 6 and 3 probably since I was in my dad's balls, right? So because they get to that point at week 9, they're not touching a thing.
I don't know about that.
If there's any person that would be more excited to root for the team as is, if they're successful, is Woody Johnson.
Bro.
And if they are that good by week 9, not. How much you want to bet he won't be a Jet? How much you want to bet he will not be a Jet? If he becomes a Jet,
I'm telling you what I want.
I will. The episode, look, if he becomes a Jet, then the episode after he becomes a Jet, I will bring you a meal to enjoy the episode after.
All right, so it's the same thing?
If he doesn't become a Jet, you bring me a meal? All right.
You guys see it.
You guys see it.
Shaking on.
Steve saw it.
I'm just saying, man. And every team looks to always get better.
And there's the camera. Back at it.
So yeah, man. So like I was saying, all teams are gonna be looking to improve.
Right.
No matter how good, unless you're like, most of the times if teams aren't improving, it's because like they don't, maybe there's not cap space or anything like that.
Right.
But Davante Adams is the type of piece that you can plug in because there's already so much chemistry he has with A-Rod.
Yeah.
So you're not losing a step. If anything, you're gaining one.
It depends on if the trade is even.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We have enough
to make it even. You're saying
we have enough to make it even.
I feel you. So, if I ran like flash run through the Raiders' schedule right now, right? You would give me an estimate. You think it would make it more or less likely that Davante Adams leaves?
You have it in front of you?
Yeah, it's right in front of me right now. Yeah. Ready? So week 9, or you wanted to do the whole thing?
Go to week 9.
All right. At the Chargers.
Loss.
At Baltimore.
Loss.
At home, Carolina.
Win.
At home, Cleveland. They could beat Cleveland.
Not if Cleveland's defense is as good as it was last year.
Oh, that's true, too. And you know what? I have to correct you from before. Their starting quarterback isn't Gardner Minshew. They're still going with Aiden O'Connell from last year.
That doesn't change much for me.
What? Gardner Minshew is a little more, I would say, statured in the NFL than Aiden O'Connell.
But Gardner Minshew just it doesn't change much for me.
Really?
I don't.
If you had to put one of them on a brand new team, New Jersey team, brand new, one of them, Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew.
I guess Gardner Minshew.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't think that there's that different. I'm only picking Gardner Minshew because of time in the league.
All right, not because of ability.
Yeah, not because of ability or talent.
So we'll take it there. You got after Cleveland, you got at Denver. They could beat Denver.
So
let's say right now that would put them at 2-3 according to your stats, right? So 2-3 at home against Pittsburgh.
It's a loss.
So 2-4 at the Rams.
It's a loss.
2-5 at Kansas City.
It's a loss.
Oh my! No, this is at home against Kansas City. Still a loss. So what is that? 2-6.
Yeah.
Oh, at Cincinnati.
It's a loss.
And that's week 9. So 2-7 by week 9. You said 3-6. You were being a little generous.
Yeah, I mean, because but they're not going to be at 500 and or above 500.
Right.
I don't see it.
What are the odds that the Raiders have a bye week 10?
What the hell does that have to do with?
The trade deadline is week 9.
No, I know that, but
and the Raiders' bye week is week 10. So if they were to make a move, it'd be right before the bye, which would make sense for them. They come back fresh with a new set of whatever the Jets would offer them.
I think it's just a matter of
they have a hard schedule.
That's a very good time to see what direction the team wants to go. So I couldn't think of
it's all right. I do that.
But but with that being said, the Raiders and Davante Adams have a very good relationship.
Yeah. And
I mean that in the way of I think that if Davante Adams really wants to go,
they would let him.
And I think there's enough respect between both the team, the organization and the player, Davante, that if there's a good enough package, if there's a package that benefits and everything like that,
right. I
think especially if they're losing and they don't have any chance of especially if there's no playoff, aspiration.
Right. Now,
why would you hold on to him? You respect the guy so much, all this other things. Why would you hold on to him when he has a chance? Because Davante Adams again is getting older. He's only got so much time in the league.
How old is he right now?
He's 32.
Really? He's already that old?
Yeah, man. I think he got into the league when he was 26.
Something like that.
25 or something like that.
But if you're going into this, right, let's say if it's a business, right, let's say that you don't want to let go of all your assets, right, talking in business terms. You just got rid of Josh Jacobs.
Exactly, and which is another reason why it sounds like you're just in that type of like rebuilding. So if you're in rebuilding and you have the chance, the opportunity to get, more assets, then don't you do that? Is this thing plugged in right?
You think so?
Can you hear me?
I don't have my headphones on.
Of course they don't. Of course you don't.
Hold on. Hold on.
Because I can't hear myself at all.
At all? You can't hear yourself?
No, not at all.
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Exactly. I can, but I see my mic.
It's on. It's moving.
I see it green. Yeah. Oh, no.
How about now?
Yo.
Better?
Am I bugging?
No, because I heard that too.
Yo. No, I can't hear myself. No.
All right.
That was weird.
Don't move. How about now?
Yo. Yeah, there we go.
That's how you like it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Chilling.
But it was still recording before, I guess. I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah, it's just a setting on the thing. We push a lot of buttons, pull a lot of levers around here.
Yeah.
So
see, this is what we like.
You like this? You like to hear yourself sound extra deep in the mic, like, ladies and gentlemen. May you stand up and take off your hats for the national anthem.
It'd be more like. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to.
It's 107.3.
Welcome to the late night heat. Late night here on 105.3. I'm giving you all the hits. R&B. We've got Tony Braxton tonight. Little Case.
You're a fool. All right, now, so speaking of being a fool, right? I actually have a fun little list for you, if you don't mind.
I love a list.
I love a good little top five.
We
love to hit with a top five. This is an interesting one.
I love a top five.
I'm not sure if I sent this to you. Top five. So this is an interesting one. I caught this one off of Instagram. All right. Most arrests by each NFL team.
Yo, I seen this
since 2000.
I seen this, and I don't remember the team that was number one.
All right. Do you remember any of the five?
No, I don't. But I saw.
So we're gonna do it right now. All right. So most arrests by each NFL team since.
Can 2000. I have a guess? I like to guess.
I'm gonna give you a very vague guess for the all five. They're all like nobody towns except for one of them, and there's a tie for fourth. So there's actually 6 teams you could pick in the
I feel like
5.
Kansas City be wildin'.
Kansas City is tied for fourth.
They got some.
41 arrests.
They got some. They don't be giving a damn over there in Kansas City.
So to put it in perspective, 41 arrests is fourth of the top 5, and there's another team that also has 41.
All right. So I said Kansas
all the
City.
Rest of the teams are nobody towns. Put it like that.
So I'm gonna say Carolina Panthers has got some.
No, Carolina Panthers actually low 25 arrests since 2000.
Good Carolina, staying out of trouble over there.
Good old Carolina.
Damn, what nobody towns. Oh, well, you know what? Here we go.
Yeah, go ahead, take it. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if I told you, but
Nolans. New Orleans?
No.
They're not wilding over there?
They're not. 34 arrests since 2000.
Okay.
A little higher up than Carolina. I just want to let you know the Rams fell off of here not too long ago.
Okay.
Just in case you're looking and you're missing a few, there's 3 missing.
Washington's
at 26. 1 above Carolina, not that high.
Damn, I'm not doing too well on this.
You're not. It's a hard one.
All right, I'm going to go one more, and then you can tell me the list. I'm going to go... They bugging out over there in Tennessee. They not bugging out in Tennessee?
6th.
Damn.
With 39 arrests.
All right, so who are the top?
5th is Cleveland with 40 arrests.
I can see them. They're wilding over there in Dayton.
Then you got a tie.
Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati. That's killer right there.
You were holding that one.
That's killer right there.
That one was like, I'm going to say it.
That's killer right there.
I'm going to say it.
It is what it is.
So, Cleveland 40.
He said we not your little niggas. He said, "You didn't see the
I can't rap that part with you. I'm sorry.
No. It wasn't the rap. It was with Cam and Mace. I don't know. It was on It Is What It Is podcast. Yeah, and they were talking like Jay Prince, and Mace was like, "Yo, we not your little niggas."
Nah.
He's like young homies. They got big. He said, what he says? Young niggas, they got big homies. He said, we not young niggas. He said, I love Mace, yo.
You're a sorry, fool. Okay. No, I'm glad because we like to reference other fantasy and other sport places in general. Yeah, of course. Right? So, Philman, you're in tuned.
Yeah.
40 arrests in Cleveland, tied for 4th. Kansas City at 41, and Jacksonville.
I was thinking them wild ass boys down there. I'm
telling you, bro. There's a lot of swamp.
Teddy Penders from Jacksonville.
There you go.
T-Pain. From Tallahassee. Sorry.
The Bengals at 51 arrests.
Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Ready? Denver at 56 arrests in 2nd place.
Oh, because they're out there soaking.
Right.
Getting crazy
soaked.
Oh,
hell no.
Getting crazy soaked.
Please, bro.
Soaking it up.
Number 1, 57 arrests.
Baltimore.
Minnesota.
There's nothing to do in Minnesota.
Yeah, but get arrested, apparently.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
I'm 50 Tyson.
You want to
remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't remember 50 Tyson?
Nah. It's just,
from Minnesota, from Twin City, Minnesota? You don't remember 50 Tyson?
No, I don't.
Look at 50 Tyson.
50 Tyson?
I don't know if you want to do it right now. He was like a...
Is it a wild...
It was like a... Is
it a family show type of...
Yeah, no, he just used to freestyle. But,
50 what?
50 Tyson.
Tyson? Like the Nuggets?
Yeah, 50 Tyson.
Oh, hell no. Who is this, bro? Why he look,
that's 50
why
Tyson.
He look like that?
I'm 50 Tyson. I'm a football player. I'm from Twin City, Minnesota.
Yo, bro,
that's me. I'm 50 Tyson. You don't remember 50 Tyson?
I swear I thought you just made me look Ice JJ Fish.
He was around the same time.
Something about your girl. That make I wanna twirl. Come on, bro. We all grew up in the same time. Man, what nuts. The hell? And he be like, it's something about. He was like, he saw a belly rolling on that. It's something about that girl. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, he was funny.
That's funny, bro. But I think crazy. You could tell we're on the end of what's going on.
But real quick, so
rounding about the last curve.
Right. So
singing Ice JJ Fish.
So we just hit up on the Chiefs real quick, right?
Right.
They have the most arrests. But outside of that, Chiefs just won 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Patrick Mahomes and a lot of these people that took that poll for the top 100 like NFL players or whatever.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is number 1.
Easy.
Right? So now the question is, with all this parity, we were just talking about all these moves that are going on in the league and all these players going here and who could go here, this and whatever the case may be, new quarterbacks, new situations. Who is the biggest threat to the Chiefs to do what no football team has ever done?
If healthy,
and to three-peat. Well, obviously, if they're still healthy, that's
you're saying no, but I'm saying like
what's the biggest threat? Maybe that is their biggest threat.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me what team is the biggest threat.
No, I said what/who. So it could be a what? It could be it could be injuries. It could be the Baltimore. It could be. What do you think is the biggest threat for them to not three-peat? Because right now they still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Travis Kelce. They've added all these speedsters, right, to their team. So
yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. I think that everybody knows what wins championships. Defense. If their defense, by any means, starts to play lackluster football, because they didn't come into the league people expecting them to have the defense that they had. Like, everybody always knew that Pat Mahomes was Pat Mahomes.
Well, Snead was a surprise.
No, it was a surprise, and then obviously they rely a lot.
Did we sign him?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, continue, and I'll look it up.
But I think that, a great offense can only take you so far. I think that if you're talking about who's their biggest...
No, he's on the Titans now.
Oh, is he really? So, look, those pieces that took you all so far, they slowly start to dwindle.
But
that's why I don't want to touch the Jets.
But those pieces meant more on the defensive side,
right?
Because their offense was so lackluster. We weren't.
Was it though?
Yeah, dude.
They were still scoring though.
Nah, yeah, but there was how many drop passes? That's all they were talking about last year.
Well, yeah, the whole thing of him like having a what's it called, anger attack?
Yeah, like it was Pat Mahomes. It was Pat Mahomes literally willing the team and Travis Kelce willing the team into those wins, and their defense was that good, having to keep them in games. But now that their offense, we expect that their offense is going to be a lot better, right? So even if their defense does take a little bit of a hit,
right,
we expect their offense to be able to make up for it. So if you're only scoring 17 a game before, you're averaging 17, which is projected really what the Jets need to score. Just so you guys know,
yeah,
we don't need to score about 17 points a game, and we're pretty much projected to win that game. That's how good our defense is. But going back to the Chiefs,
and now imagine how good the defense would be if they didn't need to be on the field the whole time. So imagine, bro. So but that's I digress.
So with that being said, though, what's the biggest threat?
I gotta say,
in your mind,
if I'm not thinking internally here. If you're talking not the defense, if I'm talking externally, I think the biggest threat that the Chiefs have to three-peating is the Baltimore Ravens. I think they figured it out. I think they finally got that running back piece that fits their schematics. They're not kind of like juggling in between these two running backs that were always injured. Is J.K. Dobbins going to play today? Is Gus Edwards going to play today? Is Odell going to be alive today?
But do you think Odell's on Miami now? Do you think...
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't have to... There was a lot of question marks on their team last year.
Okay.
So now that you come into this year, you have a solidified running back. I mean, a lot of people don't know what's going to happen with Derrick Henry, but I still think that it's
my worry
to be...
The reason I can't say Baltimore, and I say this with the utmost respect because I really do like him as a player, and I really do like what he's done in the league and change his narrative.
Don't say Lamar, bro.
Lamar, man. He's got to win.
It's not him,
dude.
though.
But what you mean? He's got to win, bro.
Look, his receivers right now is Zay Flowers. And if he can develop into a
Zay Flowers dropped that ball, whatever the case may be, so you could. But
okay, but on top of that, just let me say this.
But all the onus goes on the quarterback all the time.
Of course, it has to, right? But with that being said, he thought he was going to have two receivers. He had one. He thought he was going to have two running backs. He had none. And then, on top of all that, then Mark Andrews was hurt. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
you're right.
I said, if healthy, that was the first thing I asked you. If healthy, Mark Andrews is a top 5 tight end in the league.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yes. Derrick Henry's a top 5 running back in the league.
That's hard.
Top 10, even so. Still top 10.
I want to see.
There's not 10 guys. There's not 10 guys better than Derrick Henry. 10?
I think that's an argument that's
10 running backs decent. Better than Derrick Henry?
I think that's an argument that's decent to be made.
10 running backs. There's 9 running backs that are better than Derrick Henry right now. 9? 9.
You got McCaffrey.
Okay. Brees.
You could say Bijan Robinson is on a better path. Because he's
you're talking about right now.
Talking about player in general?
No, you know exactly what I'm talking
about.
I
don't know what you're talking about.
Don't try to switch it up. Right now, 9 running backs better than Derrick Henry. Right now.
No, probably not.
Exactly.
I'd probably put him at like 7.
It doesn't matter where you put him. He's still in that top 10.
He's old, though.
So even with that, there's not even 9. There's only 6 maybe better than him. So, but continue.
I'm going to pull up a running back list because now I need to. But that's needless to say that my stand still stands. I think the biggest what threats that he would have coming out of the AFC would either be the people that we were rooting for going into the playoffs last year, Baltimore or Miami. I think that's the biggest threats that they have. If you're talking about someone else looking at this. Let's take a little look.
I got Derrick Henry at number 2.
I got
Derrick Henry at number 2 on my list.
I looked up RB.
And our PFF, by the way, has got Derrick Henry at number 2. You freaking animal.
You want to know something funny?
Are you shitting me?
I looked up RB list, top 10, and it thought I was looking for R&B hits.
Hey now,
like music.
They got Breece Hall on number 7 here, but yeah, exactly what I'm saying, bro. There's not.
You looked at PFF. I'm gonna look at NFL.com.
Go ahead, go to NFL.com.
I'm gonna go to NFL.com. McCaffrey, okay. Number 2, Raheem Mostert.
What? Get out of that list. That list isn't real. Get out of that
Number
list.
3, Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams.
Either so he's 2, 3, whatever.
David Montgomery. Yeah, this.
Yeah, they're bugging. David Montgomery's on the list as a top running back
over Jahmyr Gibbs. That's crazy.
That list out of here.
I haven't seen him yet. 7, James Cook. Get out of here.
NFL.com.
I'm about NFL.com.
That's NFL.com.
That's NFL.com.
Who's working over there?
Not us.
Clearly.
Not us.
Who's working over there?
They didn't even put Breece Hall. They put James Cook on the list first.
Who's that?
That's the running back for the Bills. That's David Cook's brother.
Oh, yeah. What?
A bum. A bum.
Yo, they're bugging.
No, they're wilding,
They're bugging.
So, on that note, I think that...
they're wilding out.
Whoa. I got nothing. Running.
Speaking about wilding out, real quick.
Okay.
Because we're gearing towards the end of the show here, and since we have a podcast, we talk about sports.
We do.
And so we like to stay in tune with what's going on in that world. And there's news that Skip Bayless is leaving Undisputed.
Does he have a seat here at Cody's Corner?
No, I've never been a fan of Skip.
Skill. So what do you think?
I think get him out of here.
It's about time you got him out of here.
Skip has been riding the coattails of Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp for years now. It is very clear to me. This is why This is why he went to go try to get that whole Richard Sherman and all these other tried to fill up the damn Michael Irvin tried to fill up the damn thing because Skip Bayless can't do a show to save his life and his takes are absolutely garbage.
Trash.
Garbage.
I always think of that clip.
Garbage, and I hate. Hold on, because I'm on
no, please.
And I hate because so many times, and this is why Stephen A. Smith gets me mad too. Even though it's like these
Lamar Odom,
these guys have these such outlandish takes, and it makes you wonder. Do you even watch the sport? Are you really? You thought Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the world? Shut up. Shut your mouth, bro. Are you shitting me?
He's a fool.
You kidding me? My boy leaves his knees on the floor every time he gets off the court. Get out of here, bro.
Don't you think that sometimes they say shitty stuff on purpose?
Yeah, but that's the thing. But I'm sure they do. But then, when you try to make a career out of it, it's freaking nuts. You gotta sell me some sensible shit every once in a while. Yeah. And of course, whenever you watch First Take, were you really watching? The only reason I was watching First Take is because I wanted to see. I'm saying because I wanted to see Steve. This was back when Skip was still there. Because I wanted to see Stephen A. kill Skip. That's what I wanted to see because I know Skip was gonna say some dumb shit. He was gonna say something dumb and halfway racist. I don't know. It's I'm not Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Fox got him out of there. I'm glad that ESPN got him out of there. If he has his own podcast, nobody's going to fucking listen to it. Be for real.
I always think of that clip
be for real, bro.
What's it called? Skip Bayless getting chewed out by Richard Sherman.
Chewed up.
And he's like, yo, I live life better than you, bro.
Chewed up, bro.
I've accomplished more on my field than you have in yours. He was
Skip, shut up, bro.
Super disrespectful.
Get you and your freaking, you love to wear a pair of, just shut up, bro.
You love to wear you didn't even get to finish talking about what he was wearing. You love to wear a pair shut up. I don't even want you to wear it. Don't wear it. Take it, don't wear it.
I can't stand Skip, so, I'm glad that he's out. I mean, Undisputed.
If they offer you a deal, you out there? You over there?
I'm over there in a heartbeat. I'll do way better than Skip.
Damn.
I'll do way better than Skip.
Oh, my. Yo, you're supposed to say no. What the fuck? fuck, bro?
Bro, we do this show once a week. I can't. You
don't think I got time, bro? Yo, I'm gonna be like, yo, if they want, you gonna be like, yo, I need to double my price. I need to get this money. I have a valuable asset on my team,
yo,
bro.
you kidding me? Stephen A.
He's gonna be like a heartbeat. He didn't even like for a second say hell no.
Stephen A. has
corner till I die. Like nothing.
Stephen A. What did you want me? What did you want me to go?
Yo. Damn.
Yo. This talking about the guy who left me outside for 20 minutes today.
Yeah, left me outside for 20 minutes, not for a whole new show.
Yo, bro.
You fool.
Bro, most of these people have multiple shows, bro. Most of these people have multiple shows.
You said.
That's your problem, because that's the thing. You think that I'd go up. You think that I'd make it to the top and not take you with me. That's your problem. You don't have any faith. You don't have any faith. That's your problem.
I would sit on this corner alone.
That's your problem, bro. Don't think that. But Papa's got to go make this bread. You know what I'm saying?
Don't talk about bread. I'm so hungry.
They're talking about, you know what I'm saying?
No,
$50 million deal. Shit.
Quick.
Shit. We'll still get the show popping, but I tell you right now, this corner be a lot bigger.
That'll be a big ass corner.
Corner be huge.
They might give me the whole room.
Corner be big as hell. What the fuck is you talking about?
We'll be alright, bro. We'll be alright. Just don't forget me when you film me.
Never that. You kidding me?
They don't even want to hear the origin story. That's neither here nor there. You got you got one more thing on this list, right?
All right, so I guess big news.
Oh, do you want to do this is basketball news.
No, we don't have to do like the whole.
It's like a half keeping score. Ding, ding. All right, go.
It's fine.
And then
so basketball right now is I don't want to say at a standstill, but obviously the Olympics is going on and stuff like that. There's been a lot of talk recently about LeBron James essentially still being the best player on the U.S. basketball team, which y'all be talking crazy about the old man.
He still got it in him though.
But the old
flag bearer,
40, old as hell, and still getting it done. So, you know what I mean? That was a goat for anybody who didn't. Who didn't hear it.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you.
Who didn't hear it?
I thought you had something in your throat, Paul. I thought he like just he was like. Ah! You ever seen that? Remember that Tony body?
Mm-hmm. I heard it.
That's what I thought that was.
But but with that being said, LeBron James obviously is a member of the Lakers,
right?
And Lindsey Harding will be joining the Lakers coaching staff. We're seeing a lot more female assistant coaches and stuff like that,
it's that time.
Which I think is awesome. Becky Hammon has been an assistant coach over there for San Antonio for a long time.
Yeah,
now,
and look at how successful they are turning into now.
Exactly, for a few years now. I mean, we could be. I still think there's some time before it happens, but we could be on the precipice of there being like a female head coach. You know, and maybe in the
it's not so unrealistic in the near future.
Yeah, maybe in 10 years or so. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, there's still a lot of because think about it, it's a locker room for the men and all that good stuff like that. There's still a lot of
dynamic has to be integrated.
There's still a lot of obstacles to go with that. But again, though, there are plenty of women that know this game of basketball inside and out.
Yeah,
and on every level. So, and that's great to see. She also went to Duke. Who else went to Duke? Our head coach.
That all makes sense. Handpicked.
Come
on, bro.
So, listen, I'm excited for the NBA. Still a little bit of time to go for it. My focus is gearing towards football.
Yeah.
Obviously, our focus is gearing towards football.
Yeah.
But
and we don't have to talk about how the Mets smacked the Yankees yesterday.
I got my Yankees hat on. As you can see, it doesn't change for me.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's July 25th. Feel me? So this is
we lost the Subway Series. We lost every game. It was
Did you beat us 4-0. I mean, I was about to ask you, like, did you hear? Like, I'm not supposed to tell them too, but did you hear about next year? They're gonna make the Subway Series 3 games each instead of 2, and then both Subway Series are gonna land on a weekend.
Yeah, that's fire.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But the problem with this, what bothered me so much about the Subway Series this year, obviously losing sucks. Right. But losing to the Mets sucks.
Right.
But what's been the big controversy?
Like Juan Soto might go to the Mets, and then they.
So now, if you're Juan Soto,
and
you just got spanked by the
team that wants to pay you top dollar.
By the team that wants to pay you top dollar, and you're looking at them like, damn. They look kind of good over there.
And they let me grow my beard over there.
And they I don't even Juan Soto never even had a beard. He's always been clean.
Now he doesn't have the option.
But I'm just saying, so that's scary. With like, you can say all the stuff that you want to about he has this great relationship with Aaron Judge, and that's all fine and dandy.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you're at a certain level, when you're a certain type of players, you want to win. You want to be, you know what I'm saying? So if you have the opportunity to go to a team that looks clearly better than you, and they're supposedly the top ones that could offer you the most money,
yeah,
there is not a lose-lose in Juan Soto's eyes at all.
Yeah.
If I'm Juan Soto, and I hate to say this because I'm a Yankee fan, I'm out. I'm looking at the Mets like, what, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm already in New York. I'm
like,
here.
Like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, for real. I agree. And you know what? The other thing is that, like, this is, and we spoke about this when Petey was here, but, like, obviously the GM of the Mets, or the owner of the Mets, is, like, a very wealthy man. He's not going to refrain from.
That's what I'm trying to say.
From letting anything loose when he's going into this market.
He wants Juan Soto. How much? At this point, it's like a. That's why it's so scary, because we already knew, the Yankees already know from the door that we can't match. We can offer him a lot of money, but we can't match what the Mets can offer him. I think there's maybe like 3 teams that can offer him the most, and the Yankees are at the 3rd on that list. So there's at least 2 teams, right, that can offer him more money. One of those teams is in the town that he's in right now. Is in the city that he's in right now, and he just kicked your ass.
It seems like a no-brainer when you say it like that, right? Did you hear about what Soto said in an interview this week? They asked him something about, like, how do you feel about what the Yankees are doing, like their aspirations this season right now? He was like, look, you can't do it with 2 people.
Exactly my point.
That's what he said.
Exactly my point.
From his mouth.
You look at the way the Mets are constructed. You know what I'm saying? Listen, every team has holes.
Right.
All right? But as of late, the Mets have been hitting everything.
Yeah.
Their bullpen is looking better. The bench is playing better. And the Yankees are declining.
Yeah.
Guys are starting to show what we know them to be.
Yeah.
DJ LeMahieu can't hit the side of a barn. Gleyber Torres sucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of...
They all show small glimpse, not at the right time.
And, again, you have a 2-headed monster over there, and Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, and that's not enough. You need, like... Yeah. And then even Garrett Cole, they smacked Garrett Cole around. It 4 home runs? Was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Come on.
I think that's
our ace.
I saw this thing. I forgot. Was it you that said it in the show about, like, I think Garrett Cole has like a 7 ERA against the Mets in his career.
Yeah, something like that. It must have been Petey that said. I didn't say it though.
Someone said that to me like recently. Like, if not today,
no, that wasn't me.
Yo, bro, a 7 ERA, that's horrible.
I'm just saying. So, you know,
that's horrible, dude.
So when it comes to that, it's
not enough.
We need to. It almost feels like no matter what, we're gonna lose Juan Soto.
Right.
And our best bet was to win a championship, and the way we're playing, it just doesn't look like it.
You know, it's almost as if, and we'll leave it right here with this. I think that the Mets are doing exactly what they need to do to secure Juan Soto, because it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. The Mets have the best record in baseball as of June 15th, I believe. Mm-hmm. From then on, the best record in baseball. Why? Because they know what they're fighting for. They're doing it the right way. They're probably not going to make it anywhere, but they're going to show off when they need to show off to the people that they need to. And that's what makes sense to me.
There's so many. We could have a whole show on talking about just the Yankees and Cashman and how that team is constructed. And
there's no depth.
There's just not. You're relying on a guy who's got one leg in freaking Giancarlo Stanton.
Right, hurt right now.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a lot. And then our pitching, like, it's just tough, man. It's tough.
And you know what? It would hurt to see him in a Mets jersey.
It's tough. So, and it's like right now we're just hoping that these other teams in the American League, which some of them are struggling, like the Orioles are struggling right now,
right,
and things like that. But it's just like right now it's like almost just trying to stay afloat. But that staying afloat shit, when it comes to the playoffs, you sink right away.
Right.
The minute the waves get rocky, you sink. So
we'll see, man.
We'll see. There's a lot of baseball left.
I'd rather him go to the Mets than Philly, though.
Yeah.
Philly's already the best team.
I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go at all.
I don't want him to go at all. But if he had to go, I'd rather see him in Philly. No, I'd rather see him as a Met than as a Philly. The Phillies are already the best team in baseball. They don't need Juan Soto right now. I'll leave it right there. So, you got anything else you want to say to the people?
No, I think that was all I had today.
Well, stay tuned with us. Oh, and you know what? Just to end the show, make a little announcement really quick. Last year, we went into depth about a fantasy football league that me and Petey were involved in, into little detail with that. But it was a little loose-ended because you didn't really know about who was going on in the league and why they made decisions that they made. We're always speaking for someone, not with someone. So going into this season coming up, we have our own Cody's Corner Fantasy League opening up with ESPN. We got a bunch of our guys that we know are ready to come talk a little football with us. I got my own team this year. Petey's still rocking with us. David got his own team this year.
Oh, I'm coming for that.
It's anyone's game. There's a punishment going on, and I was going to tell you the punishment now, so I guess I'll say it.
Yeah.
Last place has to go to a live sporting event dressed as a clown.
Okay. I'm not worried about that at all.
Makeup, shoes, nose, all that.
But
flower, all that.
I'm completely down with it, and it will be recorded.
Absolutely. And you'll see it on Cody's Corner.
100%.
You're going to see everybody that we are playing with. They're going to come in at least once during the season.
Yep.
They could vouch for themselves.
Yep.
Speak a little bit about why
they better hope that their record is good when they come on, because if not, they're getting flamed.
Look, listen to this. The lineup. You got Jets fans. You got Ravens fans. You got Pats fans. You got Eagles fans.
Let's go.
Giants fans.
Let's go.
Not Panthers.
Panthers fan is crazy.
I'm not. No, it's not Panthers. Sorry, that was it. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got. Well, but still, jock full of your favorite teams in the area. They'll tell you why they made these picks and why they are slowly going to turn into a clown by the end of the season. So, on that note, stay tuned for that. We got a lot more football, a lot more fantasy, and everything else coming your way soon. And as always, I'll see you.
All right.